goes without saying that the world is a big place. Ludington, Michigan has always been just down the road from my house, a couple of hours. But until just recently, when I decided to pay it a little visit while visiting some family just a couple hours up north from here, I realized how much I had completely overlooked it. This town is beautiful. There's lots of shops, restaurants, parks, and a beautiful lighthouse and pier, as well as beautiful coastline that I had overlooked for so much of my life, and it absolutely baffles me that I never came here sooner. I've always been fascinated by the SS Badger, the SS Spartan, and the other car ferries that docked here throughout the years and sailed Lake Michigan back in the day. However, I had not yet come to Ludington to really experience this town, and today that's what we're going to be doing. Follow my family and I today as we explore the beautiful West Michigan town of Ludington. Ludington, Michigan is. It's located along US Highway 10 on the west coast of Michigan. US 10 begins at Bay City, Michigan over at Interstate 75 and makes its way through mid and central Michigan before winding up here on the west coast. Now the road does stop here at the west coast, however, with the use of the SS Badger, Highway 10 continues as a highway on water over to Manitowoc, Wisconsin. From there, it goes through Wisconsin and Minnesota before it finally ends in Fargo, North Dakota. US 31 comes in from the north and goes south and exists mainly west of town. US 31 begins at I-75 up at Mackinac City by the Mackinac Bridge and comes south along the coastline, passing through Charlevoix, Petoskey, Traverse City, Benzonia, and finally making its way down here to Manistee and then Ludington. Another road here in town is Michigan State Road 116, or M116. This begins at US 10 and makes its way north to Ludington State Park, passing along beautiful beaches and dunes along its way. That being said, Ludington is a very accessible area, and it's easy to see why so many people are drawn to it. We just ate here at the Old Hamlin Family Heritage Restaurant, which is located right here in downtown Ludington, right where 116 comes into Highway 10. And it was a really nice place with lots of old pictures on the wall and just kind of your typical little mom and pop, small town, greasy spoon restaurant. So we ate there and we recommend. Interesting about Ludington, Michigan is the fact that the last coal-burning car ferry still operating in the Great Lakes docks right over here. This ship is the SS Badger. Its sister ship, the SS Spartan, has been sitting here since 1979, and like many of the other car ferries on the Great Lakes, is no longer in service. Back in the middle of the last century, Lake Michigan was abuzz with plenty of coal-burning car ferries that carried train cars and passengers across Lake Michigan. Back then they were carrying train cars, but today they carry automobiles. Yes, you can pay to have your car ported across Lake Michigan on a ferry boat. This is one of the last experiences in the world where this can be done. It takes you back to an older way of life, kind of like up at the Straits of Mackinac before the Mackinac Bridge was built, and similar ferries took cars across the straits. It's one of the things that makes Ludington and the Great Lakes unique, the fact that this experience still exists. Currently, the Great Lakes are experiencing higher than normal lake levels. When I was younger and we came out here, see this little ledge right here? It was actually above water, and the water was actually way further down, and you could get down on those rocks and everything. But the water is so high in the Great Lakes right now that now it's underwater. And it's a very narrow walk out here on this pier. Ludington here. And these are some rules about going out on the break wall. There we go. So as you can see, Ludington has a little something for everyone. There's shopping, boating, beaches, and lots of restaurants to eat at. There's great places to stay and lots of fun to be had. We've really enjoyed our trip here today, and as a family, we're already planning on coming back. So that's what we hope you do too. Maybe you'll consider Ludington the next time you're looking for a West Michigan getaway.